So this is the first video I've made in quite some time. I've still been riding indoors mostly, but lately back outdoors. So I just got the Specialized crux repaired yesterday as I started riding it this season, and I was getting a lot of problems with the shifting. And apparently I bent the derailleur at the end of last season, and I'm pretty sure I know where I did it because I went on a gravel ride I wasn't quite prepared for, a group ride, or I didn't really know how difficult it was. I ended up coming off the bike a few times, so I'm sure that's what did it. I still enjoyed the ride, but it was not what I expected. But anyway, it feels like new again, and I got some nice weather. So I'm going to take my first trip of the year to Plum Island and see how it goes. It should be a great day. It's not even that much wind. I'm looking forward to it. Looks like I got the trail to myself this morning. It's actually quite funny, like the roads in my town and Massachusetts in general, it's so bad that this almost feels smooth compared to some of the road rides I go on where I have to avoid major potholes. And it's gotten really bad after this past winter, and we did have a horrible ton of snow, but still work needs to be done, and I don't know how we've gotten our roads into the shape they are without repaving the entire road and not just patching it up. But anyway, you know how I feel about the roads. Maybe if I lived somewhere else with nicer roads, I wouldn't bitch about it so much. For example, New Hampshire are 100% better than Massachusetts, so I'm lucky to live on the border, as I've said before. Enough about that. Here to enjoy this trail that I seem to have all to myself. I've reached the end of the Ghost Trail. And then I'm going to make a right down here and head to Newburyport on the Marsh Trail, which is paved, unlike this, which I like. I prefer the gravel, is what I'm trying to say. But I don't mind any kind of trail, paved or gravel. No cars is the key. I had a close incident on the road bike just 2 to 3 days ago. Some guy went out of his way to cut me off, honking his horn the whole time he was behind me. Meanwhile, I was on the side of the road as much as I could be. Not to mention, I was going downhill and probably going the speed limit anyway, so I wasn't really slowing him down. But that's that. That's why I love the trails. And this Marsh Trail, even though paved, it's quite scenic. I just set this tiny bit of road to get to it. It is so nice out today. It's not even that hot, it's just like 60 degrees. The nice breeze. used to really dislike going over this bridge because it used to be 2 lanes and it didn't even have a designated bike lane. And these cars would come over here at like 40 miles an hour. It's much safer now. On your left. Thank you. Trail etiquette's important. Pretty much I'm the car when I'm on a trail as far as transportation is concerned, so I try to be as courteous as I can. There's lots of little sculptures along the way here. On your left. On your left. Thank you. You're welcome. Of course, some people can't hear you. A lot of people got headphones on. You just got to try anyway. On your left. Still tough seeing all these dogs on the trails. I lost my dog a couple of weeks ago that I had for 12 years. On your left. Welcome. So we're now officially on Plum Island after crossing that bridge. And I just have to take a right at the intersection down here and head about 7 miles south until I hit Sandy Point, which is my destination. Nothing but wilderness for the next 7 miles. And it's not all paved. The last maybe 3, it turns into some roughish gravel. Nothing crazy, just gotta watch where you're going. Sure hope that sun comes back out. Certainly changes the temperature. And I've finally reached the gravel section, which is the last section before I reach my destination. Like I said, you got to be careful. That was a hole waiting right at the beginning. This is actually a lot better than it used to be. They definitely don't work. I was starting to get worried when I saw that first puddle in a hole. It looks okay. It's definitely more little pebbles than it used to be. It's actually kind of difficult to ride on this bike. You gotta really concentrate. But I'm not far from the end. Hands are like jelly. I wish it was all like this. That would be nice. But no. It's still fun, don't get me wrong. And there is the end of the trail. The southern tip, Plum Island, Sandy Point. I think I'll have to walk onto the beach area before I head back. Taking the view. Look at this view. well, that's that. Hopefully my camera caught some good views of the beach. And I'm headed home. Oh, I'm on the home stretch. Almost back to my own town. I had an absolute blast today. And I just stopped to text my wife a second ago to see if she could order me a burger from a restaurant downtown, as I'm absolutely starving. And it's just past noon. Well, I enjoyed making this video and I enjoyed doing my ride. It's been a while. Hope you enjoyed watching.